welcome to episode 24 of Gunpla Club, hashtag Gundamba. This is a special episode where we're going to cover what Gundamba is, what the hell is going on, who's doing what, and how you can participate. It's a bit of a hype podcast for the month of hashtag Gundamba, hashtag
Woo!
Gundamba. So, joining me today are the regulars, old Callum Gunn in Berlin.
All right.
How you doing?
All right from Berlin, yeah, all right.
And also we have Will, who is very under the weather.
I am a bit sick, but I'm here because I'm a goddamn professional.
All right then. So what is hashtag Gundamba? Hashtag Gundamba is a community building event for Gunpla builders and actually any Plamo builders. But it's called Gundamba because it's November, takes place across the length of the 5 months of November, and is about building Gundams and Gunpla. And it is a community event to encourage people to try and build as much as possible. Like do a bit of kit a day or every few days or kind of once every 2 weeks if you're me, and post your progress to Twitter using the hashtag Gundamba. And the Gunpla Club Twitter account will retweet everything that gets built so people can follow along and see what everyone's building. And there was a question on the Twitter from @GrandTimeTravel that said, how did Gundamba become a thing? Last year, my partner did Inktober, which is where you do an ink painting every day in October. And I thought, why don't we do something with Gunpla? And so Gundamba was born. And this year's been a good year for it because I haven't seen anyone having a good old bitch about the name. Last year, there was look, hashtag Gundamba does not roll off the tongue very well. I will admit.
It doesn't really rhyme per se.
No.
But I mean, I'm on board. But I can see where the descent comes from.
Mechtember was suggested as a better one, but at that point September had been and gone. So Gundamba it is, and it is a month of building. And last year I ran it through an old Twitter account @Gundamba_, because someone called Amber Gund had already taken Gundamba. And
no relation.
Since Sam died and I've taken his place on Gunpla Club, we moved it over to Gunpla Club.
Because he was totally opposed to the idea, and he would have absolutely, yeah.
I had to take him out. I had to drop a
We did
colony on him.
a 36-hour filibuster last year.
So, that is what Gundamba is. Hashtag Gundamba. You're going to hear a lot of that this episode. And if you are not taking part, get involved. Follow the hashtag on Twitter and follow Gunpla Club. Although I would hope you're already following Gunpla Club if you're listening to this. And I am aware that some enterprising people are doing Gundamba on Instagram as well. But I'm in my mid-30s, which puts me out of the age range for Instagram. So
damn millennials.
So I'm not really involved with that.
Yeah, I don't really eat breakfast, so like Instagram is useless for me. I just there's nothing to post there.
So what I'm going to talk about is what we've all been building for.
Yeah.
Hashtag Gundamba. Callum, why don't you tell us about the MG F91 2.0?
Oh, yeah. So I'm using hashtag Gundamba. Do I need to say hashtag every time?
However you want. Gunpla is freedom.
If anyone's listening to this in their sleep, they're going to wake up with this burning urge to check a hashtag. You know, it's one of the subliminal sort of things. Yeah, it's sleeper agents coming to build some Gunpla over a month. Yeah, I'm building a Master Grade F91 2.0. That I've got in just over halfway, I guess. I've got the legs to go and maybe some other bits and bobs. But yeah, really, really enjoying this kit. It is smaller than your average Master Grade, as the F91 is smaller than your average Gundam. It's great. It's everything you kind of want from a modern MG. It's nice and shiny. There's not too many colours on it, so there's not too much colour separation, but there's the decals, the kind of classic F91 on the shoulders. all good so far. I've been doing a little bit of hand painting on this one.
Oh, nice.
Mostly kind of I went to the Warhammer shop. It's not called Games Workshop anymore. No. So I went to a Warhammer store.
You have those in Berlin? Ooh.
Yeah, there's one like super close to my work. So I went in there and bought some paints. The guy spoke to me in German. I gave it the old, I'm sorry, and then his English was better than mine, as happens way more times than I'd like to admit.
Warhammer is a British company, so you should speak English.
Hello, good sir. Yeah, you go in, they offer you a cup of tea. It's great.
Do the German ones also smell of bad times?
Faintly.
Inescapable.
It's not overpowering, but it is there. So shout out to Hackers Remarked Warhammer. But yeah, maybe they listen. I don't know. Could walk in next time. They go, "Are you Callum from Gunpla Club?" I'm like, "No." Yeah, so picked up some like gold and silver stuff from there. We've also, me and my wife to be, have been shopping for some acrylic paints. So then we've got some blue and red stuff going on. But mostly for me, it's been kind of painting the inner frame parts, little pipes on the gun and stuff like that. So it's turning out mostly okay. I'm getting better as I go along. Got some nice thinner and some pipettes. Hi, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a guy.
Yeah.
Sounds pipettes. Hello. So that's how I drink beer now, is from a pipette. But yeah, the F91, super good. I would super recommend it to anyone that's looking for it. It's not incredibly complicated, so yeah, real good. Really enjoying it, and yeah, you know it.
How is its face? Because that's the weird thing about the F91, isn't it?
Yeah, so I just built the kind of stock face.
Not the man realistic face.
Yeah, not the weird one that kind of looks like my dad. I was a bit scared of it. No, there's the gimmick of the whole kit, I suppose, is like the kind of foldy outy face. You can switch the face. It kind of these two, well, kind of the like vertical lips. I've done it wrong, haven't I? That's a horrible thing to say.
Love a good
they sort
BL.
of fold out and do something, but I haven't done that. I just prefer to keep my kits gimmick free most of the time.
And on the shoulders as well, right? I forget, it's got like a mode that it goes into. It's like
yeah. It's got like some weird spikes.
Yeah, do those come out? Because on the HG, which I've built, that's like a separate part you swap out.
Ah, right. No, these can kind of retract into the shoulder.
Ooh,
yeah.
that's cool.
And but the kind of the rim, I guess. God, I really am on one. It's like on the canonical kit, it's white, but it's just like a grey bit of plastic. So I've painted it gold because I am absolutely mental.
So I'm just looking at this kit, as I haven't seen this one before, and the inner frame looks really nice. Like it's got some good bits to it, and like nicely detailed.
Yeah, it's got like this weird sort of waist, which is all vents, and like the backpack is all vents as well. So no air staying in this motherfucker.
Gotta get it out.
Yep, just farts constantly, torso and back.
Excellent.
But yeah,
there's been a few MGs being built. This Gundam, like quite a few people are getting in. There's like a MG Jester cannon, which I quite like the look of, that's being built as well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, awesome.
Hello, listeners. Callum here, just interjecting quickly. Sam, his computer was having some trouble at the start of the episode, and he joined in a little later. But we didn't let him introduce himself or say hi. So there's another voice now, and it's Sam. Okay, see ya.
And now, Will, tell us what you have been building.
I have been building a kit that we talked about last episode, because I like to just basically copy everyone else. I've been building the Grimoire Red Beret from Build Divers, which is a lovely, lovely kit. And I've nearly finished it, actually. I got a bit carried away one day I got quite inspired by hashtag Gundamba. And I saw lots of people posting about what they're making. I was like, this is a nice way for me to get back into building, because I hadn't done as much lately. And it's not the first grimoire I've built, and Ollie, you can say this as well. I guess that it's quite similar to the last grimoire.
Yeah, I don't know if it uses any of the same frames on runners, but it's got a lot of the same parts.
Yeah, biggest difference I think are the legs, which so this one is basically on roller skates, and he has big like claw things that extend from his shins, which is quite nightmarish. And I was worried that was going to be a bit flimsy, but the grimoire, even this one, is such a sturdy kit for a HG. It's nice and solid and stiff, just like I like them.
You love a good stiff grimoire.
I do. He's got a big backpack, which carries his... Are they meant to be like drones or something?
Yeah.
Which are essentially different colour versions of his head that fly about with knives attached to them. Like
I wish I did that.
Nice. Peak build divers.
Yeah. It's I didn't get the add-on that I think you got, which is like the big helicopter attachment.
The tilt rotor.
Yeah, but it's really nice. I've nearly finished it. I've just got the guns to make, and then I'm probably going to top coat it. I'm thinking about having a nice gloss finish on the red parts, which is the shoulder and the head, just to have a nice sort of contrast there. I think that would look really cool.
I wish I'd
going to try your hand at weathering, Will. I can imagine this is a really good candidate for a kit to weather.
I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of weathering. I like.
Look, have you got a garden or any soil near you?
I have a weathering kit.
You don't. How do you throw that shit out? Listen, this is Siam's
in touch with nature.
Siam's hot weathering tip: just throw your Gundam on some soil and stand on it. It'll be fine. It works. It works, and then you just top coat it and a bit of glue. And you're done.
You need to bury it and let it age a little bit in the soil, and then when you take it out,
make sure to send your buried Gunpla pics with the hashtag Gundamba.
Is that like when they bury eggs in volcanic soil to like?
Yep, just like that.
Yeah. It comes out and it's full on like.
If you eat it, it'll give you 1,000 years of health.
So yes, I've enjoyed that. It's a very enjoyable build, very straightforward, but very nice. My only complaint about this kit is, how am I going to explain this without being really boring? So, on his front parts, there's like 2 semi-spheres with like a vent. And the vent part is like a different colour plastic. And on the back, it's got a similar piece, but then the vents are just solid, the same as the rest of it. So it doesn't have the colour separation on the back that it does on the front, which is annoying.
Yes.
And it was the same on the original grimoire, and I ended up painting those on the back. But it's just a hassle to try and make that paint just for a tiny part. They've sort of done the same thing here. And I also ordered another Gundam kit, which arrived.
Wow!
It's here.
Yes.
I bought the Moon Gundam.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Yeah, It's from a manga, right? And I've not read that. I have no idea what the backstory is.
So the idea of the Moon Gundam is that it's the second prototype of what would eventually become the Sazabi. So it's like a Gundam, but it's a Sazabi prototype. It's really weird.
That's cool. That arrived within a week of me ordering it. So that's ready for me to build for the second part of Gundamba. Hashtag Gundamba. And I'm excited to build that because it looks very, very cool. It looks like a very interesting HG. So I'm going to start that momentarily as soon as I've finished this Grimoire's guns and bits.
Have you seen any of the runners or anything yet?
I've not had a look. I've not even unwrapped the runners.
Yeah, I've heard it's like a really substantial kit. So
yeah, it's a decently packed box. That's what I can say. Quite a thick box for HG.
That's what
This
I
is
like.
the filthiest episode we've ever recorded.
Give me that deep box.
So yes, I will be building the Moon Gundam for the rest of Gundamba.
Awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I am. A lot of people have been building the moon, and I'm definitely going to get one. Definitely, it looks so good.
Very cool looking kit.
Yeah, very has a presence because it's it's a nice Gundam, and then it's got like the big backpack thing, so it's like it looks good on display.
I don't even know what that thing's meant to do, but it looks cool. So
I looked at a review and it's like you can use it as a backpack, but also a shield.
Oh,
That makes sense.
They're funnels.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Oh, is that what they're supposed to be? Funnels?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Don't take my word on that, but
Like that's the most kind of like I've got to design a funnel. Like as the mech suit designer, I've got to design a funnel, but I'm feeling a bit avant-garde today.
let's give him 8 and 2 of them turn into a shield.
Yeah, and then it's kind of like this weird crescent thing on his back.
what would yours
like
be?
it.
I just thought of Callum's. His funnels would be pipettes full of beer,
Yes!
just like suspended around his head.
Ineffectually squirting my enemies.
It makes the new type flash noise every time he wants to squirt someone with beer.
Every time I get even remotely thirsty.
Shah!
Mine would be nasal sprays.
Oh,
Number 1, allergy Gundam. Anyways, Ollie, what have you been building?
I started on the HG Atlas. On the last episode, I did a unboxing review of what I thought of the Atlas runners, and
cool.
I did a couple of days of that. Let's see, where did I get to? I built the
Of looking
body
at runners, or
and the what?
a couple of days of looking at runners, or
Yeah, just
building the
gazing
kit?
on them. There's just so many. You've got to take them all in. But I've done the body and the waist and the arms, and it's a really cool kit. Loads of little bits. Too many stickers because a lot of the parts need yellow edging, and so they have these very thin yellow stickers. And I'm not putting any of them on, and I'm not even painting them because
Really?
they're not that noticeable. Like the ones the really thin ones aren't that noticeable, and I'm trying not to go crazy with like a Gunpla setup with loads of paints and stuff. I've retired the airbrush, so
Really? How come?
I found myself spending 3 hours. Like time is very precious, and I found myself spending 3 hours just airbrushing a grey Barbatos, and I was like, "There's better things I can do with my life." So because
Fair.
because I am currently I don't have a job. I'm making my own game. Like every second has been spent on the last 6 months working on the game. So I'm trying to do not spend 3 hours airbrushing an HG.
Doesn't seem conducive to shipping a product.
Yeah, I would quite like to not set fire to all of my life savings, and then have a shitly done Barbatos at the end of it. So any painting that I do, I'm using the paint pens, and there's been a couple of bits. There's been a couple of bits on the Atlas which has needed it because rather than putting stickers on, it has this really cool multi-part spine, and so I painted the bits on there yellow that need to be. But otherwise, just been panel lining, and it's coming out quite nicely. There's a lot of decent panels on there, and the arms have this. I haven't seen the anime yet, but the arms, the shoulder panels open up, and the beam sabers are in there. And so, the shoulder pads open up, and you get these little beam saber handles out, which is quite cool. So there's a little bit of a gimmick kind of thing there, or I don't know if that classes as a gimmick, but that's cool. But then the other night, Rach and I sat down, my fiance Rach and I sat down to do some Gunpla for #Gundamba. And earlier in the year, we went to Gundam Base in Tokyo, and we both bought souvenir kits. And she bought a bear guy in the colours of Gundam base with some stickers, and I bought the Fumina. And so I started building the Fumina to build my souvenir kit. And let me fucking tell you, if I hadn't got this as a souvenir, this would be in the bin.
Really?
I built a Fumina before, and I decided I wouldn't do one again. But because this was like a good souvenir kit, I kind of went for it because she's dressed. She's like this, the standard Fumina in navy blue and white, but she has a little cap, like little Gundam base cap on instead of her little maid hat thing. So it's a cool little souvenir, but they're just. I got quite jealous of Sam building his perfect grade and me at the exact opposite end of the spectrum.
Building a high grade Fumi.
Yeah, and like the kit is well made. It's got some interesting joints, like the arm joints where it goes into the shoulders are slightly weird. I haven't seen them before that allow for some extra movement. But it's just a dull fucking kit.
Yeah, it's not that fun.
No, it's not. It's not a very interesting kit to build, and some of it needs like her little hot pant things that sit under her skirt. Yeah. Half of them need to be covered in stickers. So you got this. I haven't put them on because they look hellish. But it's like whenever you curve a sticker, like on a curved surface, you always get those kind of creases and wrinkles.
So much.
Yeah.
And it just looks shit. So it's a cool souvenir. Glad I got it. But I'm looking forward to this kit being over because she's not that enjoyable. Like when you compare it to something like the Grimoire, which is the last kit I built, which was just really good fun. Nice big chunky kit. Lots of cool parts. She's just really dull. And, you know, this Atlas that I'm halfway through building is so much better. But, yeah, I don't think I'd ever build another one of these humanoid kits again.
Yeah, I found that with the Dragon Ball kits, to be honest, as well, because I sort of went ham after getting Cell. And it's just the same, like, hollow build, and the joints aren't, they don't look great and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I totally get you.
I quite like the look of that Sarah doll thing that we talked about last episode or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Because that is like a robotic thing primarily, rather than trying to emulate a human.
Yeah,
so
it's like there's frame arm girls as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got one of those sat waiting to be built. But they're slightly bigger. I think they're closer to 1/100, and they are. It's Kotobukiya, so I imagine, and they cost like 3 times as much as a Fumina. So I would hope that they are 3 times the quality.
And Sam, I believe you haven't built anything.
Look, I'm a busy boy.
Yeah.
But I do have something lined up.
Ooh.
What
because
you got?
I really burnt myself out making that Daban Strike Freedom because it's a really horrible kit to make. So to alleviate some of the stress over ill-fitting parts and small pieces, I decided to get a real grade kit, the real grade Gundam Wing Zero Endless Waltz version with the wingy things.
Nice.
Ooh.
So I'll be starting that. I'll probably session it, which is to say, sit down for like 12 hours and just make lots.
Wow.
And then detail it after I've actually built it, because fuck that. Top coating gets hard this time of year, so I might
for sure.
not do that for this one, and just do a straight build. But yeah, it looks like a decent kit. So now that I don't have to work for 12 hours a fucking day for various reasons, I'm gonna be starting that. And
nice.
It's as a little side note, it's that time of year again. I always like to plug this. But it's the Reddit Secret Santa, the our Gunpla Secret Santa again. And I got my match yesterday as a recording, and I bought them 50 quid's worth of kits because I'm just a good guy.
Blimey.
Yeah, they asked for a bunch of P Bandai stuff, but you know, I actually checked to see if I was like, oh, what if I could actually find this HG Gundam Pixie or whatever and give it to this random.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
But it's like sold out everywhere, so I ended up getting them the HG Zuda, the 00 Sky, Sinanju Stein HG narrative version, and a little Harrow.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah, I know.
Very happy on Christmas Day.
I hope they are, because like I got like in 1 year I got like the fucking high Nuva car. So this guy didn't want to have any MGs though, so that was weird. It was only high grades on their list, so I just got lots of high grades.
Fair.
But my match has been in touch with me, and they should be sending some kits. They asked me a question, which is like, I can order from the UK, but I can get way more kits for you if you just like want to face customs charges if it happens. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. If it means more kits, so I do have the Deban Strike Freedoms backpack and the Wing Zero Endless Waltz, but after that, my backlog is empty. So hopefully through this, I will attain a new backlog to get through in 2019.
But I can't even imagine having a clear backlog.
I've had a clear backlog pretty much constantly. I've got like an RG Wing and an RG Zaku for the last year still at my mum's place in the UK, so hoping to finally get the rest of my stuff some point, I guess. That would probably be good, wouldn't it?
Just send it to me, mate, it's fine.
Sure, I'll just phone my mum now.
Yeah. Hey, you know, Si, I'm down the road.
Yeah, she could probably just drive it over Sheffield, right? Easy.
Yeah.
It's all up north.
Just across Snake Pass. Easy.
That is a thing. Don't fucking take the piss out of Snake Pass. Snake Pass. God. I almost fucking died on Snake Pass.
I almost puked on Snake Pass. It's a bit drunk.
Gunpla Club road trip to Snake Pass. Beer.
Hang on, where is Snake Pass? Is that in Sheffield?
It's the road that Sheffield and Manchester?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the game. Bloody hell.
Yeah, well, that's why I asked, because that was developed by Sumo, who are based in Sheffield.
Exactly, and they named it after the road.
Fuck.
Yeah, see? The more you know.
Nice.
What a rich and storied history that game has.
I gave it a 5 out of 10.
I was going to say, pretty shite, wasn't it? I don't know.
Take that, Sumo. You got served.
No, you know what? I do have another kit in my backlog. I've got the fucking Master Grade Turn A that I've just had in a box for like 2 years.
What?
I bought it while we were recording a podcast. Do you remember the Christmas episode a couple of years ago? I bought it then.
Oh, blimey.
That
was
a good
in my
kit.
flat.
You need to get that going.
Yeah, I just haven't built it yet, though.
Well,
you know what? I wasn't blown away by that kit, so...
So I look forward to that.
Yeah.
No, I really want an RG Sazabi.
Oh,
I really want one.
Sure. That thing looks excellent.
And they just released the RE100 Yak Doga as well. So.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, I know. It looks like just a big HG, but I'm kind of okay with that. I want the Sazabi and the Yak Doga because, you know. But aside from that, like, in terms of, like, Gunpla releases, there's not really much on my radar that is giving me a pinger at the moment, so...
Is that like a sort of pager for young people these days? I don't know.
Yeah, you could say that.
It's the latest social media app.
Yeah, pinger.
Just hit me on my pinger.
It sounds like a Grand Theft Auto fake app.
Oh, yeah.
No, but there's not like that many releases that I'm really like looking forward for.
Is the RG Sazabi, is that done in that kind of gloss plastic?
No.
Oh, cool.
That was the Shinanju.
Yeah.
Ugh, don't want to think.
Maybe it's because Bandai have killed all the third-party Gundam places that I liked doing all the cool designs, and I just like have become spoiled by those ridiculous, intricate designs that I look at normal Bandai stuff and I'm just like, nah.
Can we do a check-in? Have you killed any more third parties since mentioning them on the last episode?
No, because I didn't mention them on the last episode, and they are not dead.
Just keep them to yourself then, just in case.
Okay.
Got some shout-outs, if I'm to believe this Google Doc in front of me.
Just wanted
some shout-outs.
What other people have been doing on hashtag Gundamba.
That's it. Hashtag Gundamba, if you didn't catch that, audience.
Yep. Hashtag Gundamba. Get it clicked. Get looking at it.
We've actually invested $1 million to get a little picture of a Gundam after the hashtag. So,
is that how much it costs, do you think?
Yeah, well, you know these things.
Yeah, next year we'll definitely get one.
I imagine it's a lot of money. So
what
donate
if it
and eventually we'll get one.
Imagine that as
Bandai
having
let
like
us-
some Kickstarter goal. I just want a little picture next to my Twitter name.
Oh yeah.
Right, community shoutouts. What have people been building? There's been a lot of like really good straight builds. Like there's a few customs which I'm gonna like highlight, but then there's been loads of just good straight builds. Just like lots of people making HGs, RGs, MGs, and just doing nice poses and building stuff and panel lining it nicely. There's been a lot of Grimoire Red Berets. That seems to be a popular kit this year.
Yeah.
Recent release, and I guess kind of cheapish as well. And like it's unusual. It's an unusual looking kit compared to a lot of standard Gunpla. So I think people are getting into that.
Yeah, I'm glad that Grimoire's got a new lease of life through it.
Yeah, for sure.
And like I think we could do with seeing more Grimoires. It's difficult, obviously, because G Reco, much to Will's disappointment, is probably never going to get a sequel.
Please don't say that.
Oh, there's the kind of constant
Will.
rumors.
Still waiting for my MG self.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I would love that.
Verka.
So I we were talking on line the other day about how cool it would be if there was some kind of series of like it's Spec Ops unit of Grimoires, and like all with their own characters. I keep thinking of like Battlefield Bad Company, like those fucking lunatics, but put them in mobile suits. And there's been a few Banshee Norns. I don't know whether they're HG or RGs as I've been granted.
The real grid just came out, didn't it?
Oh, is that why there's been a few?
Yeah, I saw in our mentions on Twitter today that a few people seem to be having an issue with one of the joints in the arms.
Oh, yeah.
Which is weird. They say it's like snapping at the sort of bicep area.
I saw someone tag Bandai in a tweet about that.
Yeah, same.
Today.
And then Bandai replied. I got all like, saw the notification from Bandai and I was like, it's happening! But no,
They're gonna give us free Gundams!
It was a customer service reply to one of our followers. So that's
No, which is really weird because like the Unicorn RG that I have has absolutely no issues with its biceps at all. So it must be a plastic density thing with a different colour, I guess, or something like that.
Yeah,
sounds about right. I know nothing of the engineering, but it sounds right to me.
I'm
I'm a Gundam.
I'm a
engineer.
Gundam.
Origa.
Yeah.
Gundam.
But anyway.
Good.
Yeah.
Speaking of RGs, there's also been a lot of Torgeases. Torgeases.
A gaggle. A gaggle.
There's been a gaggle of Torgeases. A tall gaggle of Torgeases. And that just increases my desire to get one of those because I really like the look of them.
Real good kit, yeah.
And there's been a few moons, as we were talking about. And one of the highlights, though, is past Gunpla Club member Sam doing a fucking PG perfect grade like a lunatic.
He's building something.
Yeah. Crazy on two counts, building something and doing a perfect grade.
We might actually let him back on to talk about that.
Yeah,
That would
it's
be
looking
good.
fucking hot, isn't it? Like,
We will exhume him.
raise him from the grave to talk about a Gundam he built posthumously.
It looks nuts, though. The wiring. Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, that looks like an absolute dream.
I walked into his bedroom the other day.
Whoa!
I thought the base was like a big Xbox. I was like, what game console is that? It was just the base. It was just the base of this PG bloody X here.
It's got light controls in it. That's nuts. I didn't know
mad.
that.
Yeah, you want to get that hooked up to your Alexa or something.
Yeah.
Alexa, turn Gundam on.
That would be great.
Activate
Trans
Trans-Am.
Can you imagine? Some nerd can probably do that. Like,
Some
I wish I was
nerd?
smart.
Who the fuck
I
do you
dare
think you're
say
talking to?
I am that nerd.
If you had like a smart plug and had like a connecting to the USB port, then you could connect it to your like Google Home or Alexa and set up a routine and say, "Hey Google or Alexa, set up Trans Am or activate, and it'd like do it. And that shit, I'm gonna buy PDX here. Fuck.
I can imagine
Gotta happen.
Sam bringing a girl home and being like, "Hey, watch this." Trans Am. Corner of his room starts glowing red.
The lights go off, and just this like, sad little robot in the corner.
Alexa starts playing the OP.
Yeah, you want it to do like the sound effects as well.
That's just Sam. Sam's doing those.
Like the bathroom at the Gundam Cafe, but like your bedroom. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
We've also got a lot of good customs going on, and there's a lot of people that are doing hashtag Gundamba.
Hashtag Gundamba.
It's been quite the upgrade going from a Twitter account with no followers last year to the several thousand followers that we have on Gunpla Club. So the morning and evening retweet sessions that I do get kind of lengthy, which is really good. So many people are doing stuff. But I just wanted to shout out a few customs because it's cool to see. Often you see like customs on Twitter or something, and it's just like, someone showcasing their work and stuff. But with Gundamba, you get to see people doing like painting and modeling like on a day-to-day basis. So it's cool to follow along. At Lawn Dart Omega is doing a gun cannon, and I've got that kit on my backlog, and I've kind of been putting it off because I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. And I think after seeing what he's doing, like he's painting it every day with I don't know if he's airbrushing, but he's certainly spraying it and then painting it with Games Workshop paint. So it's kind of like quite an accessible style of painting, and I'm looking forward to getting to mine. Viceroyal did a good grimoire, another of the grimoire red berets, but he changed it to be green and beige with use the blue head, and it's got an AK-47, and it's been weathered. And he's doing the MG Jester cannon, doing some painting on that, and that looks good. At PJSSAS, but his actual username is not Char, has done a good Reginlays custom, where he stripped a lot of the armor off and repainted it so that it's navy blue instead of dark green, and he's kind of got this good like downward stabby knife thing going on, and cool, like a different gun. So it's kind of like a stealth unit, and he's done a graze as well, which you can see in the background of some of his Twitter images, and that's good. There's another Reginlays at Chris the Ninja. Ninja is spelled ER instead of A. Has done a straight build of the Reginlays, but painted it instead of dark green, painted it bright red, and it's a good example of quite a cool, like a simple paint job, just changing one of the colours, but it's quite effective. It's nice and bold, and a decent, looks like a decent finish on the paint as well. Because I painted my Reginlays red, and mine did not come out as smooth as that, let me tell you. And more materia, MORMATERAI, no, IA, has done a custom Zaku 3 and called it a Buster type. And it looks like he's modelled a huge axe for it.
I'm here for that.
Yeah, it's a cool like energy laser beam axe. But it like the handle and stuff is quite intricate. It's done some modelling on that and done some good painting on the Zaku 3.
Super nice.
That's good. Let's close that window. Good. Yeah, so definitely follow along to Gundamba. Well, if you're following our Twitter account, you can't avoid but being bombarded with Gundamba, hashtag Gundamba retweets. But definitely take a look through them, because people are making all sorts of stuff like this, some crossbone stuff. There's some good customs. There's Wing Gundam going on. There's people who are doing Harrows. Someone turned a Harrow into a baseball.
Oh my God.
Who was that? I've got it on screen. At NLSNATOR has done that. And there's, I'm sure I saw a Sinanji somewhere. And there's battle damage to Harrow and stuff. So there's a lot of like variety. Like there's definitely some themes like the Red Beret. There's been some Red Astrays early on. But it's been so cool to see just people going through the backlog and picking out all sorts of stuff. It's not just the current hotness.
Yeah, no. And it's moving at quite a pace, isn't it? Like, loads of people are actually getting involved and posting their kits, and it's really been nice to sort of look at it, just because I've been too busy, like, just to follow along, see what people are doing and see it every day, pretty much, because it's really great. It's positive, yeah.
It kind of helps turn you on to kits that you might not have done or been interested in before. Like, seeing like the MG, I'm sad to hear that the MG Jester Cannon is a P Bandai kit, because that means it'll probably never be on my backlog. But for a hot minute there, I was super into that. And seeing how people go about doing their builds and laying stuff out, like people are out there washing their runners.
Yeah, that's the thing, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
I know.
All
I've
that
never
factory
done that.
shit off it.
Yeah, I've never done that. It's like when I used to do Games Workshop, like the early tutorials was like, you need to wash your kit, wash your Space Marines. Fuck off. I haven't got time for that. I'm a busy man. I ain't got time for that.
I remember putting all of my Dragon Momoko strike runners in the bath to soak in hot water for a bit.
Just while you're in there as well.
Yeah. No, that's
nice
way
soak.
too dangerous. You don't know what part of the runner's going to go where. You don't want to get any V-fins anywhere.
Yeah, so it's been there's been people posting like pictures of their kids getting involved with Gundamba as well. So the youth are being corrupted into a life of plastic, which is good.
It's wholesome.
It is. I mean, there's a lot worse things you could do. You could play video games or something.
Exactly.
So yeah,
gives
follow
you
along.
Square eyes.
And see what other people are doing, and see, there's some good painting tips, there's some good kits being built, there's a good variety, and just see what people are doing. I'm just scrolling through the Gundamba hashtag now, just seeing if there's anything else that jumps out, and there's so many of these bloody kits. There's like the Yagdoga, that I've seen a couple of those. There's a lot of just cool stuff being built.
Get involved.
Yeah.
There is still time.
There's a couple weeks left. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Ikimashou! And someone's actually, someone has been building the RG Justice, SSJ_Skywalker has been doing the...
Super Saiyajin Skywalker.
Wow, cool.
Shit, man, the Empire's fucked with the Super Saiyan.
Has been doing the RG Justice, which holds a special place in my heart, because that's one of the first kits I built. So it's cool to see people, that's a little bit of an old kit, people still doing it.
Excellent stuff.
So,
all right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was our Gundamba special. We hope you enjoyed it.
We'll be back soon with a long form episode where we'll have some features, some more questions, some more chat, some more saucy chat.
Maybe dial one down and the other up.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoy the rest of Gundamba.
Yeah.
And thank you for listening to Gunpla Club. William Potter, where can you find us?
We are on twitter.com at Gunpla Club. We're on Instagram at Gunpla Club. We're on Facebook at Gunpla Club UK. We're on Pinger at Gunpla Club. And come chat with us on Discord. There is a link to that in our Twitter bio. It's a very nice little community we got on there.
Yeah. We're also on the podcast is on Spotify, so if you're doing that shit with your day, then just fucking hit it up and I'll swear some more. Catch up with it. Catch up with earlier episodes. A bit easier than having to look for them through your regular apps and all that garbage. So listen, just importantly, just enjoy yourself. Who cares? Come on.
Gunpla is free.
And remember, be free every day for Gundamba.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry. #Gundamba!